Can you hear me? If you can hear me, type one in the comment section. All right, all right. Okay, let's roll. I think the audio is okay now. So, in a few moments, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to identify genuine properties to invest in Nigeria without getting scammed. Now, if you are excited, you are committed to doing whatever it takes to learn and implement everything that we are going to be talking about in this class, simply type "I will be committed" in the comment section. Type "I will be committed" in the comment section. Okay. Okay. I see you. Welcome, King Charles. I see you. Okay. Can you see my screen clearly? Can you see my screen clearly? Okay, before we start, let's give some other people a little time to join us. But while we are doing that, I would need you to increase the quality of your screen so you can see everything that I'm going to be displaying in my screen. So simply just go to your settings option, okay? Switch to high quality pictures or 1080p so you can see everything that I'm going to be displaying. But if it's clear enough for you, then we can roll, okay? Just like this. Go to the settings option here and switch to the high picture quality or 1080p, okay? So what I have for you tonight is definitely going to change the game for you. Like, in fact, in your next real estate investments, you will look back and really thank God that you are in this class present, because literally it will help you know what investments to avoid and the ones to keep in your portfolio. Okay, you said my screen is kind of okay. I said you can go back to your settings and change it to high quality pictures so that it will be clearer, okay? So that the screens, the pictures that is being displayed can be clearer. Or change your quality of video to 1080p, okay? So, in your next, after this class, in your subsequent investments, you will really be thankful that you are in this class, because everything we are going to be talking about today is definitely going to change the game for you when it comes to real estate investments. Okay? So, if you're ready for this class, if you are ready for what we are going to be talking about today, how to easily identify genuine properties to invest in, if you are ready for this class, type yes in the comment section. Type yes in the comment section if you are ready. Okay? If you are ready for this class, type yes in the comment section. Are we ready? All right, without wasting much time, about me. If you just see me for the first time, you're just hearing from me for the first time, my name is Josie Nadi. I am a real estate consultant based in Port Harcourt and in Enugu. And in my 3 years of helping young entrepreneurs make passive cash flow through their real estate investments, I've come to realize that there are three major issues that most of these investors had before coming to us. One is that they don't know where to start from, how to really navigate the real estate industry and invest safely without getting scammed, and also invest for passive income, that is getting money from their investments. Number two, I found out that most of them has been investing, but they are not actively investing strategically in a way to help them make passive income from their investments, starting from the first year they invested. Okay? And the third thing I also found out is that most of our investors had a strategy. They have been investing for a while, so they already know how to position themselves for passive income. But the issue now is that some of them has been scammed before, and they are really, really afraid of getting scammed again. So they are really actively looking for properties that are genuine that they can invest in. Okay, so that is the highlight of what we are going to be talking about today. So I believe that you here have either one or two of these major concerns when it comes to real estate investment. So that is why we came up with the VIP investors webinar. This webinar, we have it every single week on Mondays by 8 p.m. Here we share knowledge about real estate, strategies to invest in real estate, and how to actually position yourself with the right properties in real estate investment to get passive income in your investment through safe and profitable investments that you make. Okay, so this is what we do every single week. We've been doing this consistently for the past 3 weeks. This is our fourth section this year. Okay, and that is exactly what the VIP investors webinar is all about. So every Monday by 8 p.m. we come up here to share real estate knowledge to help you navigate the industry and invest safely, profitably, and strategically to make passive income from your investment starting from day one. Okay? Now, before we go on, let's take a few case studies of investors that their life literally turned like 360 because of some of the things they neglected. And some of these informations we are going to be talking about in this class. So the first is the story of Obina. Obina was a young professional living abroad, and he was looking to invest back home. He wants to invest back home. So he told some of his friends, let's go and buy a property in Shongotedo. They saw a good property with a very good offer in Etiosa in Shongotedo, Lagos. And that is how he now went, and it was a family land. He went to the family, and they say that this is the head of the family, the acclaimed head of the family. And this was the person he had the transaction with, just the head of the family. Yes, in real estate investment, when you're buying from a family, of course you have to involve, you have to be sure that the head of the family have consent for the land, but not just the head of the family, especially when it is a family land. Okay, so that was like a mistake that he made. He made a part payment with just the head of the family involved in the transaction. Now, coming back a few months later to complete his payment and now claim his land, he got the information that the head of the family he paid to is dead, and that no other person in that family claimed to actually know anything about that transaction. And that is exactly how his money just left like that. And it's not just his money, his friends too, because they put this money together to invest in Oshongetedu Lagos. And that is exactly how they lost a whopping 42 million naira. Now, another story we would also need to look at is the story of Ngozi. Ngozi's story is the one of like excitement, just all of a sudden turn to your greatest nightmare. She was super excited investing in an apartment because it was her very first apartment in Lagos. So she was so excited to invest in this beautiful estate that she felt she got the best offer in the market. So because she saw that she got the unbeatable offer, she was so excited and so eager to get that property that she forgot to ask relevant questions and also check the necessary things she needed to take before buying that property. So she just went on and bought the property. Guess what? She bought from the owner. It's not even a matter of she not buy from owner, but then there are necessary informations you also need to ask, even when you're buying from the owner, which we are going to be talking about in this class. So immediately she entered the house, she just started getting bills upon bills pile up. Not just that, she started seeing that some of the infrastructures in the house are actually bad. The pipes are not good, then finishes are just very rough, and she could not do anything about it. She called the estate management, no one was answering her. The person that sold the property to her, no one was answering her, and that's how she was just frustrated out of that house. So this are just a few of the numerous stories out there about investments gone wrong. And these stories can be averted simply by asking the right questions, doing the right things before buying a property, no matter who is selling it to you. Okay, and that is exactly what we are in to talk about in this class. Wouldn't you want to avoid all of these unpleasant experiences when it comes to buying properties? Wouldn't you want to get to a position where you can confidently just go and buy a property because you've already checked everything and you know that this has no issue? You are confident. You are not afraid that after this transaction there might be stories coming up in the future and all of that. Wouldn't you want to have that seamless transaction in real estate? Wouldn't you want your story to be better and even happier, more fulfilling than all of these stories that make the loudest noise and actually that we hear every day in the market? Wouldn't you want a different scenario? So everything I'll be sharing with you in a few seconds is one that will totally really change the game for you beginning from today, basically. So I would advise and encourage you to pay close attention. Remove every form of distraction and ensure that in the next few minutes you are totally focused on what you're about to learn tonight. Are we ready to do that? Are we ready to do that? Let me see your answers in the comment section. Are we ready to do just that? Okay, I see you. Yes, we are ready. All right. So, who is this training for? Basically, who is this training for? This training is for you if you're just investing, you are trying to invest in real estate for the very first time. This training, as in you are going to thank God that you came across this training. If you keep tabs and pay attention to the very end, you will really thank God that you came across this training. This training is also for you if you're a Nigerian living abroad and wanting to invest in Nigeria, because really, hey, God, seriously, a lot of stories about like the scams that Nigerians abroad face. So this webinar is really going to help you mitigate some of these risks when it comes to investing in Nigeria. Okay, this this webinar is also for you if you're falling victim of real estate scam before and now you are really very afraid to invest in real estate again. See, being afraid will not solve the problem, because guess what? In the base of all your investments, you need real estate is a necessity for sustainability and passive income in your investment portfolio. So you still would need to invest in real estate. So the best thing to do is actually to learn how to mitigate the risk in real estate investments and get to invest like rightly. You really would now know when to avoid a property and when to go for a particular property. Okay, so it's not about being afraid. We understand, like, nobody will go through what you went through and still come out strong, you get. So it takes a lot of courage, and I really really like encourage you to be that courageous, stay to the end and get to understand and know the how to mitigate the risk when it comes to real estate investment. Okay, this webinar is also for you if you want to have a very smooth and very sound real estate transactions that doesn't come with future stories that I thought they had. Whether you are buying from individuals or you're buying from a family or you're buying from a community or you're buying from a real estate company, whoever you're buying from, you want a smooth transaction without stories, you need to watch this video to the very end. Okay, this webinar is also for you if you want to invest safely, profitably and get massive returns from your real estate investment. So if you fall into any of this category, you really are in the right place. Okay? So are you ready to have a smooth real estate journey? Are you ready to do whatever it takes to have a safe, a profitable, and a more rewarding real estate investment by investing, say, only on new properties, which you're going to be learning how to identify today? Are you ready for that? Type yes in the comment section if you are. Just type yes, 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 I am ready. Okay, let's roll, let's roll. Okay. Okay, I see you. So, what is the simple way of identifying a genuine land in Nigeria? It is simply through due diligence. Now, due diligence is not just about knowing the owner of the land that is genuine and all of that. That is like a part of due diligence. So, what we are literally going to be walking through this night is the stages of due diligence you need to perform on a property. See, let's ensure that all of those properties tick the right boxes before you say, yes, this is a property I want to invest in. So first, I'm going to be walking you through the steps of conducting a thorough due diligence on a property. Then we'll walk you through the stages of due diligence. Okay? So what are the steps of performing due diligence in Nigeria? What are the steps? First, you want to search for the property you want to buy. So in our previous classes, we talked about investing in properties for passive income. You investing in locations with high AD, locations that have high appreciation and high demand when it comes to passive income. Okay, so you searching for the property that suits that particular location is the first step. Once you find the property you like, you love it, the next thing is to go for a physical inspection. Go for a physical inspection. It could be virtual, it could be physical, or you can send a representative. Now, when you are sending a representative to represent you in when you are not in the country to go and see a property for you, please ensure that it's someone that is very knowledgeable about real estate and how it works, so that the person can be able to ask the right questions and get the right information that you would need to investigate and verify that property. Okay, this is the mistake I see many people make. When you send a representative, ensure it is someone that is very knowledgeable about how real estate works. Okay, so when you go to for a physical inspection, whether it's physical or virtual, your job is to see the location and see what is happening there and pick your coordinates. If there are people around, you ask them about the property. Okay, that is the third step. Just gather informations. Gather informations about the property so that while you are doing your investigations, you're doing your due diligence on the property, whenever there is something that is not right, the stories you get will now be, clashing. It will not be the same thing anymore. You'll be getting different stories. Like one that we went to do few weeks ago. God, from one story to the other, from one story. This is like the simplest way to know that, see, this investment is one to avoid. Once there are too many stories, is one indication of a red flag. Okay, so your job when it comes to physical inspections is to gather informations about the area, about the property, collect your documents, ask people around about that property, get as much information as you can so that you can start your due diligence. Okay, so what are the stages of due diligence? It is very important, like I said in the beginning of this class, it is very important to know that verifying an ownership of the property is not the end to due diligence. Like that you verify that this is the person that owns this property and this is the right document to the property is not the end. They are not the end to what you need to know about that property, because you can literally buy a property from the owner of a property and what you inherited is just debts. What you inherited from legit owner of the property is really wahala. You acquired liabilities that came with the property. So let's go on so you can see the boxes to tick whenever you're doing investigation or due diligence on a property. So there are three major stages. The first stage is the title or the document due diligence. Okay, the title or the document due diligence. The second is the location or property due diligence. The third is the cash flow due diligence. So we'll be taking this one after the other. First, the title or document due diligence. So here you are investigating four major things. One is the root of title. The root of title is simply telling you the origin of that title. There is a deed of assignment to this land. The person that is giving you this land for investigation is the person that his name is in the deed of assignment, okay, or as the assignee of the deed of assignment is holding. Now, what is the root of that document? How did it get to this person that you are seeing now? That is the root of the title. You will need to investigate where the origin of that land began and start there to start tracing, because there might be transactions that might have occurred before the end person that is even trying to sell to you. So you want to trace the lineage of ownership and be sure that there are no, wrong transactions in anywhere. Because if there is any wrong transaction, let's say you are the fourth person that is trying to inherit this document or this property, and the second or the third person really had some wrong transactions in the middle, if you did not investigate, even if you bought from the person that they gave that property, you have inherited liability. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if they start court case, since there is a mistransaction in the third person or the second person, others following that person is already in wahala. Okay, that is why it is very important to investigate the root of title. And how do you see this root of title? It is in the recital of a deed of assignment. The recital, like I say, it shows you the generation of ownership of that property. So from that recital, you can trace that this land was originally owned by these people. So when you start asking questions, you start asking from those people. Those people will tell you, yes, so we sold it to Mr. A. You can now go to Mr. A. Mr. A will say, yes, so the person I sold it to is Mr. B. Let's say you are now buying from Mr. B. That is when you are now sure that really the person that owns this land is Mr. B. Because of course there are cases where some people can forge documents. It will be looking so real, but it is not original. It is not a good title. It is literally fake. And they will sell properties multiple times to unsuspecting buyers. So investigating your root of title helps you avoid that wahala. Okay? Now, when you've now investigated and yes, the generation of ownership is saying yes, this is the person really that owns this property, you want to now validate that title. Is it really original? Has it been registered? Because in the eyes of the law, a document is not legal until it is registered. Now, the validation of that title is to know really if this title transferred is legal. Okay? This is where the land search now comes in. Here you now go and search the property in the Ministry of Lands, okay, to know the last person that registered the document, if it's the person you're buying from, okay, and all of that. Now, after your search, you also want to do the surveyor search. The surveyor search literally helps you in number 4 that we are still going to talk about. Okay, so when you do your land search, the next thing you want to do is confirm the ownership. Lancer literally helps you confirm everything you've been told from number one, from your root of title investigation. You want to confirm the ownership to be sure that you are literally buying from the right owner. Okay, so once you are done with this title search and verification, the next thing you want to do is verify for liabilities from the owner. This is one thing that people really do not take into consideration, because you can literally buy from a owner of a property, but the person has debts that he has used that land to be like, oh yeah, collect it as my collateral, and then the person will now go behind and now sell that land. And when the person that he used it as collateral come, the person will collect collateral now, because he already has the equity right to that land. And literally, you did not buy anything. You literally collected, like you inherited somebody's debts. Do you get? So you want to check for liabilities in terms of ownership. Are there court issues in this land? In this land, are there court issues? Because somebody might be a legitimate owner. Somebody can be a legitimate owner of a piece of land. Excuse me. Somebody can be a legitimate owner of a piece of land, but there are court contentions on that land. And once a land is in the court, it is not for sale until the court gives order for sale. It is now the court that will now determine who the person that owns it is. Do you get? You also want to check if there are terms and conditions unfulfilled. Because there are times that when someone will buy a property, yes, the person is the owner of the property, but it's not fully the owner. So when the person buys the property, he just has equity right to that property, as in, you have right to this property because you have paid for it. But before you own this land fully, the people that now sold it to you will now be like, we want you to, do the road to this land for us. Just do the road. That's their terms and conditions to really transfer that ownership to you. Now you want to check if the person you're buying from, if it's the person that bought from the original owner, if that person has fulfilled those terms and conditions. Do you understand? Now, the fourth thing you want to really investigate when it comes to title and documents is the encumbrance. Are there any forms of encumbrance on this property? As in encumbrance, as in, are there individual misunderstanding or family misunderstanding on this property that you can now buy this property and want to erect your block? One family will now just come and say, no, this land belongs to us. I don't know why this man sold it to you. You can't collect your money, all of those things. You want to check for that kind of encumbrance, if there are anything like that. You also want to check for government encumbrance. Now, how do you check for government encumbrance? You want to pick the coordinate of that land and go and chart it with this in the Surveyor General's office. Okay, you want to go and chart that land in the Surveyor General's office, because you need to be sure that the property you're buying runs with the general master plan of the state, and you're not buying in a place that the government one time come for. Okay, are we following? Are we following so far? Are we following? If you're following, type 1 in the comment section. If you are following, type 1 in the comment section. My mouth is so dry. This water is blocked. Are we following so far? Are we following? Okay. So the second stage of due diligence is the location of property due diligence. Yeah, I can see you, Chinyele Wellington. Welcome. All right. Let's move on. The second stage, like I said, is the location of property due diligence. You want to really do this investigation, because it's not enough to buy from original owners. There are sometimes you buy from original owners and you are not meant to buy there at all. You are not meant to buy there. So lack of this location due diligence is what brings about demolition of properties in the future. Okay, so you need to really take this into much consideration. you want to take this location due diligence very seriously. Like I said, it's not enough to buy from the original owner. Are you buying the right place? The first thing you want to check in location due diligence is the zoning of the area. This one is the one that causes wahala. When the original owners will buy something from you and will sell something to you, but that place, you're not even meant to do anything construction around there. That place is a designated area for something else. Do you get? So something like that, from doing the zoning and due diligence, checking the zoning of the location, that is how you navigate it and avoid buying properties in areas that demolition must surely visit. It's now just a matter of time. Demolition of that property must surely come. It's now a matter of time. So you need to really do your location due diligence. This one is very important because it's very, very heartbreaking when you buy a property after years. Hey, after very much years, you finish building this place. This place is now like home. All of a sudden, the government will not just come and destroy everything. So it's really heartbreaking. It's really, and the fact that it can be avoided. Do you get? It can be avoided. Please take into much consideration. Take it very seriously to investigate the location that you are investing in. Are you investing in the right zone for what you want to do with that property? If you are investing for commercial, is that area designated for commercial real estate? Are there any part of the area designated for commercial real estate? If you're investing for residential, is that place for residential real estate? Is that place for mixed use? Is that place government excised or unexcised? Okay, that's one. The second thing you also want to investigate during your property due diligence is the location's prospects. Remember, you are investing for passive income. Excuse me. You are investing for passive income. You are investing to make money from your investment. So you want to know the prospect of where you are buying. What is the prospect of this location? What are the intents of this location? Now, the property you are buying, what is the attributes of this property that can be a potential asset for you or a potential liability for you? You want to check it, especially when you are buying houses. You want to check everything. Inspecting a house is very, 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 it's meant to be very detailed. It's not a one-off thing. It's not something you just go and do once. Because when you're inspecting a house, you want to inspect electricals, you want to inspect the plumbing, you want to inspect things that can be potential liabilities for you in the future. Okay? So these are the things you want. These are the due diligence you do in a property. So when you buy, and you know that you have your peace of mind. Nothing can come up like from nowhere. Do you get? Are we following? Are we following? Okay. So the next due diligence you need to do is what we call cash flow due diligence. Like I said, it's not just about buying property. Like when you make an investment, that investment is not yet investment until they start getting you passive income. Investment is when you invest in assets that bring you returns. So when you are investing in any property, you also want to do a due diligence for the cash flow, potential cash flow you will make from that investment. So here, you are taking the rate of appreciation of a location you are investing in. What is the rate of appreciation like? Okay, what are like if you are investing in an estate, what are the itinerary, like what are the stages of development that are going to be going on in that estate? From what state to what state, when are we expecting it? So you know when you buy, and if you are potentially looking to sell, you now target when you are going to sell. Literally, strategically. Like you really plan investments to give you profits. Okay? So if you're also investing to build for rent, you want to check the rental value of a location. You want to take the rental value of that location. These are the cash flow due diligence you do on a property too. So the cash flow, the rental value due diligence you need to do is you want to ascertain that this property can give you good return on investment per annum. The best return on investment is 10 or 12% to 20% return on investment per annum. A location that can give you that is really, like, if you're doing rentals for that place, is we call it a retirement plan, not really passive income, like active passive income. It's like retirement plan, something you can, be using to get money when you retire from your job. Okay, so let's take an example. Eneka in Port Harcourt. Eneka is a location in Port Harcourt. Eneka is a location in Port Harcourt. So in Eneka, when Eneka started developing, we really don't know it to blow up that fast. But guess what? That is how Port Harcourt real estate is. Port Harcourt real estate actually goes up very fast. It appreciates so fast. It appreciates so fast. So Eneka Port Harcourt currently has the rental value of, for a 2-bedroom flat, 900 to 1.2 million per annum. So these are the ways to really check the itinerary for your cash flow due diligence on any property location you want to invest in. The rental value as at now. So this is how you know that this location has high appreciation, high demand. That is the high AD locations. Okay? The price of properties in Eneka is going from 3 million to 8 million naira as at now for the developing parts. Do you get? For the developing parts, going for 3 million to 8 million naira per annum. What does this mean? It is still very much affordable to invest. And because the location already has demand, that place, those lands are going to appreciate very fast, and they are going to be in high demand very fast. Do you get? Now, what are the itineraries for development? Are there new developments coming up there? Are the government interested in that location? Are private organizations interested in that location? These are the things you check. So this is like an example using Eneka Port Harcourt as a beautiful case study. As a beautiful case study. So if you are in Port Harcourt and you are looking for somewhere to invest for high appreciation, high demand real estate, Eneka Port Harcourt is a great location for you right now. So that is it for the cash flow due diligence. Did you learn anything new today? Did you learn anything new today? Did you learn anything new today? Let me see your answers in the comment section. So, from everything we talked about today, which one made most sense for you? Also, let me know in the comment section. Which one made the most sense for you? In everything we talked about today, which one made the most sense for you? Let me see your answers in the comment section. I'm waiting for your answers in the comment section. Okay, high appreciation value aspects. All right, amazing. Tinyela Wellington, I am super excited that you got value for your time today. Okay. Now, are there questions you would love to ask about due diligence or whatever we talked about today, or real estate in general? Drop it on the comment section now. If you have any questions, drop it on the comment section now. Now, if you're also going to be watching this on replay, send your questions to my WhatsApp 081 2055, 2218. Okay? All right, all right. I see you, King Charles. Yes, I gain value. Ooh! I am glad you all got value, especially due diligence. Of course, that is our topic for today. So you can confidently now know, literally, how to tick the boxes for any property you want to buy. Okay, so I would also want to send you a template, okay, like a due diligence template for you buying a property. The questions you need to ask, the template of the questions you need to ask, so that whenever you are investing in any property, whatever, in anywhere at all, you can literally just go through it and ask the right questions to whoever is showing you or helping you buy that property. Okay, would you like to get that template? Let me see your answers in the comment section. Would you like to get this simple template? It's going to be like a PDF for you. Would you like to get it? If you would, let me see your answers in the comment section. Okay, are we supposed to check all this for due diligence before we pay for any property? Yes, so honestly, so I found out something. Okay, I found out something. Many people don't really, that is the issue. Many people, most investors don't have, like, really want to go through this stress of asking all of these and ascertaining it before buying a property. Okay, now we understand it because literally everybody loves easiness, like ease in anything you are doing. That is why, if you don't want to go through this part of actually, like, being the ones ask question, do your due diligence by yourself, the only thing is for you to work with professionals. So professionals are people that take out their time, their money, and go and do all of this due diligence. Like, they do all of this, is what we do. All of these, we ask all of these questions stage by stage, ticking all those boxes before bringing out any property in the market. Now, these professionals do not bring just any kind of property. You will not see all and every property in their timeline or in their pages. They take their time, do these due diligences. Literally, this is what we do. We take our time, do all of these due diligences, and tick all of those boxes before bringing that property to the market. That is why we literally, like, weed off properties, weed it off, because there are lots of properties in the market. But when you start doing your due diligence, that is when you know that, hey, Jesus, and people will buy this thing. So if you don't want to go through this whole stress, just work with a professional, a genuine professional. Work with a professional to help you ease the stress. Someone that you know that, before they even bring out any property, they really ask questions. By the time, use your own hand and even take it. Do like you want to sell your property and know the kind of questions that person would ask you before they start selling your property. Imagine you want to sell. That is exactly how you know people that do the right things. They ask the right questions. They do their due diligence before selling any property. Okay? Okay, I see your questions. What if I purchase a property in Enugu, for example, payment completed, but I haven't paid for documentation? What will happen? So if you already paid for a property, you have to now pay for the documentations to get your documents to the property now. Because for you to pay for the property, you already ascertained that it's a good property. Okay? So since you have already paid for the property, you have to do your complete payment for your documentations. So at least you can get your deed of assignment. Okay? But seriously, before you pay for any property, really ascertain that it's the right property for you to buy. Okay? Okay. Chinyere said, should a real estate company issue out deed of conveyance to a property without physical allocation? Yes, literally, that's how it's done. First of all, when you pay for a property, finish your payment and pay for your documentations. You get your document most of the times before allocation. Okay, you get your document most of the time before allocation, because most real estate companies do their allocation 3 times, every 3 months or every 6 months. So this is another thing. You also need to check the track record of allocation of any property company you are buying from to see how they are doing the allocation, to know if they are really doing allocation. That is how to spot a red flag real estate company. If you see any real estate company that is not keen on an allocation like that, that means they are not really like, there are lots of background stories that you don't know of. Do you get? So literally, that's how to also vet a real estate company before investing with them. What is their track record when it comes to allocation? How often do they do the allocation? But your deed of assignment, your deed of conveyance, and your registered survey, that's your documents, they come before your allocation. Okay? So once you get your deed of assignment, the next thing is now allocation. Your deed of conveyance for Port Harcourt, the next thing is now allocation. Okay? And once you get your allocation, the next thing you need to do is to possess your land. Take possession of your land. How do you do that? Simply erect, even if it's a three block fence, 3 coaches fence around your land to just secure it. So as someone will know that they have bought this land though. Okay, that's exactly how you take possession of your land immediately after allocation. Hope I answered your questions, King Charles and Chinyere. Hope I answered your questions. Okay? Hey, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a real estate consultant. So, of course, my profession demands me to be very vast with real estate property law. Okay, so that I can be able to serve my clients very well. I'm very vast with property law, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm actually a real estate consultant, so I sell properties for a living. Okay. I'm not a lawyer. All right. I am certain that you got value from this class. Didn't you? I am very certain you got value from this class. All right, right? But here is the thing. My job is not really done until I start, like, I get you to start getting passive income. That is not even just investing. Start getting passive income from your investment, because that's my own goal. My own goal for you. My job is not yet done until you start getting passive income from your investment. So my greatest joy is to get you to start seeing these returns, these results, by investing in smart, safe, and strategic properties. Okay? That's my most delight. So I'm always very much delighted to help you start investing for cash flow. Now, if you want to start investing safely, profitably, and most of all, strategically for passive income in your real estate investment, either in Port Harcourt, in Enugu, in Lagos, or Abuja, if you're ready to start doing that, you want to start doing that anytime soon, just follow this step. You can simply WhatsApp me or chat me on WhatsApp or call me on 081 2055 2218, or simply click the link that is on the description of this live. It's on the description of this video. It takes you directly to my WhatsApp. Let's discuss how we can strategically position your investment for you to start making passive income in your investments. Now, the good thing about every property we recommend to you is that we have taken our time and do all of these due diligence that I just mentioned to you today. We have taken our time, our effort, our money to do all of those, so that when we are serving you, we are sure of what we are recommending to you, and you don't have to go through those hurdles or the stress of doing all of that one after the other. Of course, you can still do it if you want. Okay, so that is what we literally do for you. We help you position yourself strategically through real estate investment to start making passive income. And that is not all. In a situation where you're not even around the vicinity or in the country where your investment is located, we also help you manage your property and your portfolio, giving you updates about the property every 3 months, every quarter. Okay, we also help you when your property is ripe and you want to sell. Of course, you bought through us. We also help you sell those property. Literally, we make your real estate investment a seamless and an easy ride for you. Literally, what we want you to do is just invest your money and sit back and just relax. See how your passive income starts flowing in. That is what we do for you as a brand. Okay, so what you just literally need to do is click the click on the excuse me, click the link on the description or simply chat me on WhatsApp 081 2055 2218 and let's get to start seeing this massive passive income we have been talking about in your real estate investment. And that is my utmost delight to see you get those results from your real estate investment. And I want to say a very big congratulations to you in advance, the cash flow landlord and landlady. Now, you don't understand this. There is a difference. Some people are just landlords and landlady. They are not getting any money from their investment. But guess what? Our own joy, our own job with you is to get you to start getting money, passive income, cash flow, jeje, from your investment. So that is why you are called the cash flow landlord, the cash flow landlady. So I want to say a very big congratulations in advance for you, the cash flow landlord and landlady. And that is exactly where we end the live for today. Hope you got value for your time today. Hope you got value for your time today. I want to see your answers in the comment section. Hope it was worth the value of your time. Right? I want to know. I try, I not try. If I don't try, more tell me now. I try, I not try. Hey, hope you got value for your time. Hope you got value for your time. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Oh my God. Thank you, Machinyere. Thank you. I'm very glad you got value. I'm very, very excited doing this with you every single Monday. And this is where we end the live for today. See you same time next week on the same station. See you next week. And have a beautiful, wonderful night ahead and a beautiful week ahead. See ya and bye-bye.